You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, this is Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com. There you go. Welcome to the big show, my family and friends. We certainly appreciate you guys being here, being a part of the show. As always, for 15 years, we've been bringing you the most smartest people, the most interesting discussions, the most enlightened things that will enhance your mind, expand your purview of your worldview. I tried to make that rhyme, but it didn't work, and all that good stuff. For 3 to 4 shows a weekday, what is that, 15 to 20 a day? Or no, hold on, a week. See, I can't feel my legs anymore. We've been bringing you the CEOs, the billionaires, the White House presidential advisors, the governors, the Congress members, the U.S. ambassadors, the astronauts, the Pulitzer Prize winners, and journalists from all walks of life and everything. And you join with us as the Chris Voss Show listener, an elite crowd of people that help you bask in the Chris Voss Show glow, as we like to call it around the Chris Voss Show. We're going to have some cups coming out for that. They're going to say the Chris Voss Show glow. Today, we're joined by an amazing young gentleman, and he is someone who's going to enlighten us on several different things in life, in his life journey, and lessons we can learn from it. Jerry Hammond is on the show with us today. He's an international tattoo artist, life coach, father, and mentor. He grew up in the chaos of the Bay Area, did drugs with his mother. I'm not telling you on him. He put that in the bio, so I'm not flushing anything he doesn't want anybody to know. Both parents were very crazy. Those are his words. Don't sue me. He had to move to Mexico when he was 17 because of some violence and did not speak any Spanish, but learned in a few months and almost did 80 years after his 5th time of going to jail in Mexico. He's had a very crazy life, as you can tell. And now, after turning his life around 10,000% from his experiences, he helps others now better than life through coaching and tattoo sessions he does around the world, sharing people's stories on their skin. This is going to be fun. Welcome to the show, Jerry. How are you?
Oh, I love it. I'm great, man. Feels good to be alive. How you doing?
There you go, man. I love the attitude. I love the energy you bring to the show. Give us your .coms. Where do you want people to look you up on the interwebs and get to know you better?
My Instagram is Jerry_unique_tattoos. My YouTube is Jerry Hammond. Facebook, Jerry Hammond. And yeah, that's pretty. And then my TikTok is Jerry Unique Tattoos.
There you go. You have a huge amount of followers on Instagram, 237,000.
We're growing, man. We're growing.
There you go. And you're killing it on the tickety-tockety. You're inspiring people over there, telling them how to elevate their life and transform their life. So give us a 30,000 overview in your words about who you are and what you do.
So I travel the world doing tattoos. I come from a crazy family. And yeah, we'll get into that later if you want. It's crazy. Yeah. But so what I do, man, is I travel the world. I tattoo. I do a lot of special tattoos when it means something to somebody, has a story behind it.
Oh, really?
Also, another thing that I do is I train people, mindset training, people that want to get their body in optimal shape, their mind, live better, that want to be a better father, a better human, and appreciate life in a better way.
There you go. So it sounds like you get people grounded on their life and what goes on. Do people fly you out for custom tattoos for life stories?
Of course.
Oh, wow. So when somebody's got some, give us an example of an event maybe that you've done for that.
Man, yesterday, as a matter of fact, beautiful client. She's from Milwaukee, man. Her 22-year-old daughter was found dead in a river.
Oh, no.
So she wanted to get a portrait. I do a lot of portraits. So I do is I get some candles together. I put a nice memorial for her. We do a little prayer, a little meditation. So we're connected in the energy in the moment. And it's something special for her daughter. You know, it's her part of her story. Was her only kid, man.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Yeah. But so you gave her a portrait tattoo of her daughter then?
Yes. With flower and a lily because her daughter used to like to draw lilies.
Oh wow, that's touching. That's beautiful, and what a great memorial too, and everything else. So let's start with the top and lay a foundation. Why are tattoos important? Why do you feel that they make such a difference, a statement? Why are they important to people in their lives?
Because everybody sees it different. It's hard to exactly pinpoint it because everybody sees life and the situation is different. But for a lot of people, like cases like that, I get many cases where they're a memorial. They want to feel like that person's with them, that they're still with them.
Oh, yeah.
In some way, or something they've been through, something that's telling part of their story, or something that gives them power in their life. Some people just get something very small just to breathe. Motherfuckers forget to breathe. You know, I hope it's okay to cuss. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, you're fine.
So yeah, everybody has a different meaning. Like somebody can get a butterfly and it could mean transformation. Somebody can get one because it has another meaning behind it. It really depends. But to me, you know, it's always best when it has something to do with your life, with your story, something that has a meaning behind it for you.
There you go. And then you do life coaching.
Yep.
You help, you mostly work with men, help them be better fathers.
I do women as well, too. I work with women as well, but I do a lot of men. I get men that want to stop drinking, men that want to stop doing drugs, want to lose weight. They want to think better. They want to feel better. We get them all aligned in every aspect of their life.
There you go. And so you've kind of learned the hard way through some lessons and growing up and stuff. Give us your hero's journey in your words and kind of what you went through and what you learned that got you to a place where you were able to heal yourself and heal others now, help heal others now.
Ooh, oh man, I'll try to make it short. So I grew up in the Bay Area. I started washing cars when I was 12 years old. My dad went to Vietnam, got out of Vietnam, went to prison. Then he became a tattoo artist. My mom used to take me out robbing and stealing at the store so she could get her drugs. And all kinds of craziness happened. And then when I was 17, my mother, she burned down the house. My dad already lived in Mexico. My sister told me somebody was selling drugs to my mom. So I went and I shot him 3 times in the chest. He's still alive. That's why I can speak about it. And I had to leave the country. So I moved to Mexico. And then I moved down to Mexico. I didn't speak any Spanish at all. I got a construction job and was getting into fights. Didn't even know why because I didn't speak fucking Spanish, man. And I stepped on a nail. It went all the way through my foot on the 3rd day of work. I said, this ain't for me. I got to go back to selling drugs and guns, man. That's what I know. You know, crazy stuff. So I got involved in some people over there. I learned Spanish and then I was getting in a few fights all the time. And then one time I got jumped by 9 guys and they hit me with a bat a couple times and they stabbed me in the back. And I took the knife from them and I stabbed all of them. And it was 2:30 in the morning. It's called the Malecon. It's right there in Mexico, in Baja, California, right by the beach. They took me to jail, said, man, you're looking at 80 years. 4 of them are in critical condition. It looks like they're going to die. Thank God none of them died. And because of it being Mexico and some of the people I was working with doing some other things, you know, I was able to get out, you know, and yeah, it was
probably helped to be a U.S. citizen, you know, that kind of helps, I think, maybe.
Man, it's all who you know over there, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. And then my mother, she was on the run from the cops in California. So I drove across the border, brought her across the border. And were you going to say something?
No, I was thinking about something, but go ahead.
No, tell me.
Oh, I was going to ask you the next follow-up question. That was, were you staying with your father at the time in Mexico when you went down there?
When I first moved down there, yes. Yeah, I called him. I said, hey, I did something. I got to leave the country. He said, don't say anything else. Just come on down.
Just come on down.
Yeah.
So then you bring your mother down.
Yeah, then I brought her down and they were like separate. They were separating. Like she used to crash the car into the house to get in through the living room so she could get in the window because my dad would change the locks on the house.
Sounds like a very stable environment. Stable. I'm surprised that you were having issues as a young boy trying to figure out what was going on in your life.
A lot of people go through less than that, and they play the victim, man, and they just why me, and that's not right, because our parents, they only did what they didn't have that much information back then. They did what they knew. There's no book on how to be a parent.
Yeah, that's true. There isn't a book on, and people, sometimes are doing the best they can, and sometimes that's not even good enough. But
yeah, we all get a little lost sometimes, man. You know.
And then at some point, you got robbed in Amsterdam. Do you want to tell us that story? That sounds like I think you have a few great stories here for a book.
Oh wow, that was in 2015. Okay, so 2015, I fly out to England, and I'm in England doing some tattoos. My mom was out there because she was visiting some family. She flipped out on a friend of mine and me, and crazy shit happened. And then my girlfriend at the time, she was a cop in Mexico. I was with her for 6 years. Her father got murdered. They shot him in the head.
Oh, no. And
so I wanted to get back to be with her, because she was going to go down there where they killed him. I didn't want to let her go by herself. I'm her man, so I'm going to go with her. And I go to Amsterdam. They said the fastest flight to LA is first to Amsterdam. So I get to Amsterdam. They said there's no flights till tomorrow morning. Go get a hotel. I go to get a hotel because there's a train that connects to the airport. I get on the train. I didn't realize everything's in Dutch. So I get on there and I get lost because I didn't even pay attention to the guy. Just whatever. And I get fucking lost. Next thing you know, I get jumped by these 4 guys. A 5th guy with them takes my bag, $5,000 cash, my tattoo machines, my tablet, my passport, everything. They took my whole life. And and so I went back to the airport all fucked up, and I said, shit, now what? I need to get on my plane. He said, you can't get on a plane without a passport, dude. You're fucked.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah. So I go to the consulate. They said, yeah, you need 150 euros to get an emergency passport.
What?
I said,
I don't have your money.
I don't even have one. We need to go report that shit. It's like, it was all craziness, dude. So
oh, man.
I'm stealing chocolate and bread because that's what they got over there. Finally, this great guy, man, I walk into this salon and I said, hey, man, I need help. I'll have someone send you money. I just need your ID to receive the money. And it was some gay guy, right? And he's the coolest guy ever, man. Coolest guy ever. He was like, man, here, he wants to give me the money. And I said, no. I want to use your ID. Let's pick up the money with you. And he said, no. I said, dude, I can't do a trade for this, dude, because I don't like that type of shit, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, man, you're good. Don't worry. I just want to help you.
That is cool.
Guy.
That's what I would have done. I would have just said, here, just take the money, man.
So I got the money. I went and got my passport. I got money sent to me, and took him some chocolates, took him more money. We still in contact. He's a beautiful guy from Panama, man. Great person.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So you had lots of adventures. You ever thought about writing these all down and putting them in a book? You really should.
I hear it all the time, dude. I hear it all the time.
This would be a great book. Yeah. We've had some great people that have told some of their stories from gangland and living in South America, and sometimes growing up with challenges, and then how they came through it, and they make for some great stories, especially when you're on the other side of things. There you go. And as long as the what's that called, the time after a crime when you can be committed for it, I forget what that's called.
Oh, statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations is run out. Yeah. You're okay to go.
I know that very well. Yes.
So how did you evolve from there to where you are now?
So what happened was I kind of hit rock bottom quite a few times, and I didn't learn the lesson. I was a fucking idiot. And what happened was, what really woke me up was I was really at rock bottom. I was living with this cop at the time in Mexico. My girlfriend was a cop. We were doing all kinds of craziness, and I felt like I was rotting inside, man. Like, because I always like to help people, but I was doing bad things, and I just felt like I just didn't want to live, because that's not life for me. I don't want to be doing, bad things. So I told her, I said, man, I just want to fucking kill myself. I'm tired of this shit. Like, this isn't life, Mm-hmm. And she said, go ahead and do it. Just don't do it in front of my daughter. And
Jesus.
That, I used to think, man, what all this bad stuff. And I was like, you know what? That's the best way she could have told me. That was cool. Because I was being a victim. I was I was being a little bitch, and that's what it was. And so I called a friend of mine and said, hey, let's go to Tucson. I'll meet you in Tucson. So I go to Tucson. My sister's in Tucson. And there's this guy named Joey. We're walking down the street. He got shot. He almost died a couple times. He was a big heroin dealer, and he did some time, and we were both kind of crazy. And I heard him talking about God and talking about this and that. And I was like, this fake motherfucker, you know? And then he just said some shit, something that entered my mind.
Huh.
I said, hey, do you have church? You have church tomorrow? And he said, yeah. And I said, can I go? And he said, everybody's invited to this church, man. And I said, okay, cool. So I go to church the next day, and Pastor Scotty is this guy's name. He was this and that. There was like 1,000 people. He's going on and on and on. He said, everybody's problem is there is a master key to your happiness. And all of you guys, a lot of you guys are looking for it in sex and alcohol and drugs and violence.
Yeah, that's just Fridays around here.
I was like, damn, he's talking to me. And then he had a giant key. I have it at my shop. He said, there's a master key. And he said, who wants it? And guess where it's at? It's inside, but nobody's looking inside. And the way that he said it, I was like, holy shit, I've been looking outside this whole fucking, and I get more and more lost.
There you go.
So that's what sparked it, man. Then I started reading books. I started going to meditation retreats. I started just becoming a seeker, bro. I wanted to learn about life. I realized what a gift it was, and I just started bam, bam, bam. There
you go. So it sounds like you reached a point where you're just sick of your life. You're just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. It doesn't make me feel good. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere with my life. And then you get lucky enough to find the right proponent, the right person, the right message. And you're prepared to get that message too, probably what helped. Tired. Then you start the journey.
Yeah. Tired of being tired. And they say that the teacher appears when the student is ready.
There you go. Perfectly said. The teacher appears when the student is ready. Yeah, I've been through that. I think a lot of us have been through that so many times in life. We're like, why can't I change? Why can't I get stuff done? And you just reach a point where you're just so sick of it. You just go, I'm just fed up and I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm just not going to do this.
What was your point when you got tired?
I just was so sick of being tired and feeling sick. And like, for me, it was when I started losing weight, lost 100 pounds. I just reached a point where I'm sick of feeling like shit all the time. I'm sick of feeling like garbage. I'm sick of being overweight. I feel like I'm just dying every day, or I'm going to die of, something if I don't deal with this. And I just reached a breaking point. And like you said, the right message came through at the right time. And one of my favorite authors and comedians, Christopher Penn, penned a book called, I forget the name of it, but basically it was a book about how he lost 100 pounds and the method he went. And so I said, well, fuck it. I like this guy. I'll give this a whirl. And I saw an interview with him. And so I bought the book and read it. And so much of what he talked about resonated me, like with what you said. Sometimes we just have to reach that point where just like, I'm sick of it. I'm not going to take it anymore. Right.
And that's what it is. And even if you get that sick of it, it could all it takes is another human just saying a line of words.
Yep.
Just a line. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why we need to help each other, and like what you do with life coaching and helping fathers. When you do, let's stick with the tattoo work and then we'll round out to the other thing. So you do the international tattoo artist stuff. I'm looking at some of your stuff on Instagram, and this is really amazing artwork. I'm looking at a picture of,
thank you,
I believe it's is this Ice-T or Dr. Dre?
Oh, it's Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah. And I'm looking at the photo of this, and Jesus, it's almost a photographic image, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
And it's in 3D.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And I like how you put a Raiders hat on. I'm a Raiders fan.
Yeah, that guy's the biggest Raiders fan in the world that got that one, man. I've done all kinds of Raiders tattoos on him.
I love the Raiders. I'm not sure. It's a tough marriage to make work, the Raiders, and winning games, but we try.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
I'm seeing a lot, like, dude, some of the artwork you have on here on Instagram is just amazing. And then you've got so much stuff. because we've all seen bad tattoos,
Every day I get pictures of a nightmare that they need fixed. Yeah, every day.
Yeah. So why are tattoos important? I know that we kind of touched on that early on, but I know that like Vikings used to use tattoos. There's I think an indigenous tribe or group of people or a small country that tattoos are an integral part of their society. They do those facial tattoos that are really
those are the Maori.
Yeah.
Maori. Yeah, they're Polynesian, Maori. In some places, it's when you become a man, you get a tattoo. Yeah, everywhere has their difference. Some people, if they go to prison here, then it means something. Everywhere has their different meanings, and like it's crazy because I've been trying to come up. I've tattooed about 20,000 people over the years, and I've little by little noticed that it's crazy how you see a difference in someone when they get a tattoo. It's like on an unconscious level. Like I had a good friend of mine. He's a runner. He's a doctor in Mexico. He told me, he said, man, the tattoo that you tattooed on my right leg, it's a bear. That leg is stronger now. He said, I swear by it, it's stronger. It's like on an unconscious, it's crazy. I'm still trying to grasp my mind around what happens inside of the human when they get a tattoo. It's very interesting.
There you go. Now, I'm looking at your Instagram, and I see you floating on all fours, and I can't play the video because the sound will interfere with what we're doing here. What's going on in these videos?
Oh, those are burpees. Those are exercises. I do those every day.
That's where you're jumping up on all fours and in there.
Every day.
I see a lot of them. I'll have to watch them and see if I can figure out how to do them.
Yeah, little by little, man. If you're not used to them, start with one burpee, then two, then work your way up. So you don't hurt yourself. That's all it is, just working it up, adding it daily.
Or I might just watch your videos and figure I did it. I'll just
no, handle that shit.
But no, you have so much entertainment and awesome inspirational stuff here I can see on the Instagram and the TikTok, and this is so great. How do people onboard with you for coaching? How do they reach out to you and see if they're a fit?
They message me. They tell me what they're going on, a little bit about. I like to know who I'm working with to see if we're a good fit first. They tell me a little bit about themselves, what they're struggling with. And then we design a structured plan for them so their whole life gets aligned. And then we figure out if we're both a good fit for each other, and we go from there, man. And I keep them accountable because accountability is everything. A lot of people can't keep themselves accountable. So motherfucker, I will. And then we get you going, and then after 3 to 6 months, I tell people, hey, you should be good and go on your way and help other people. But a lot of people like to stay working, but we should all do that with each other. When you start working on yourself and you start aligning yourself and you're the best version of yourself, you inspire your family, your friends, the world to be better. We have to start with what we have here.
There you go. I love your message. Pay it forward. And, once you learn to row or fish, help other people learn to fish. Pay it forward. So people can go to your website. They can sign up and contact you for private tattoo appointments.
Yes.
They can sign up for your coaching or contact you for coaching, see if you're a good fit. I see you also have something called custom high quality limited edition clothing.
Yeah, that's a little bit on hold right now. That's on hold right now. Yeah, I was doing that, but I'm more focused on the coaching because I've had so many people that want the coach, and that's my passion is tattooing and coaching. So I really want to be able to focus 100% on those two.
Yeah. Your portfolio is just amazing. Just looking over. I mean, if people are listening to the show, you definitely want to go tune this. Can people come to you, and where do they come to you at if they do?
Yes, I have a private studio here in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona. I have another shop in San Felipe, Baja, Mexico, and then I have a private studio in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ah, there you go, man. You are everywhere, my friend.
Yeah.
And I imagine you've got a full crew of people that work there and people that can choose from, and you picked some of the best artists.
I used to have people that worked with me. Now I do everything solo, man.
Really?
Now I just train people and
3 offices for yourself. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I love it. And it looks like
what we also do, sorry to cut you off,
no problem.
is I take people in mountains. I take them and do tattoo adventures with them as well. We'll do a meditation in Sedona, the craziest, most beautiful places you can imagine.
Wow. So you hold events. Looks like you do some speaking too and some training. Do you train tattoo artists or just anybody in training in life?
Yeah, I train tattoo artists if they need help, if they want to become a tattoo artist or they want to sharpen their skills as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And what I also do is people that want to just train for life. Is we're doing a lot. That's the majority lately, man. It's a lot of life training.
There you go. Life training and it, I mean, you've experienced so much in life and you become exemplary in what you've achieved and grown, man. I mean, you really, a lot of people would have turned the wrong way and ended up in prison for life or maybe ended up dead. And you've really been exemplary in doing the change up and inspiring, changing yourself and then now helping so many other people.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. That's what it's all about, man. We should do that.
I love it. I love it. So anything more we want to tease out about what you do and how you do it? Anything we didn't touch on?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it, man. Just,
there you go.
Everybody that is watching this, I hope you guys are taking care of yourself and always keep in mind, every single day, imagine how is the man or woman that you admire and make those decisions because everything's a decision. Am I going to eat shit? So I'm going to look like shit. Am I going to take care of my body? Am I going to be nice and kind? Am I going to be respectable? What type of human do I admire? And be that every day and then spread that light to others because there's too much bullshit going on in the world, man.
There you go. I love that message. We should put that on a t-shirt. Jerry, I would love to read a book. If you put a book out, I would read that thing, man.
Appreciate it.
And of course, we'd have you back for the book. But if you get a chance, man, you can probably hire some people that will translate the book for you, where basically you just kind of tell them, or you can give them audio. And
also, I'm coming out with a Spanish course. It'll be ready next week.
There you go.
Doing an online Spanish course. Yeah, anybody that wants to learn Spanish or anybody that wants to learn English. So I want to connect all the cultures. Like it's helped me learn Spanish. It's helped me do so many things in life. Thank you.
Yeah, such a beautiful language and beautiful food too.
Oh, dude, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I always joke about how I need to find a wife who's both Mexican and Italian, and she knows how to cook both.
Man,
I'll marry her. I don't know. There's some videos. There's some beautiful videos on YouTube where they have these old Mexican women, and they're somewhere in Mexico, and they have like a fire oven, and they look like they live in some sort of adobe hut that was built in 1600 or something.
Yeah.
And these women fire up the most beautiful meals. You just sit there the whole time drooling out the side of your face.
Ooh.
And they're just like whipping this stuff up, and they're showing how they hammer crap, and they're using the making the mole in the with the rocks and stuff. You're just it's like, holy crap, she's working with the worst utensils in the world, and it looks great.
And it's natural food, dude.
It's good.
It's not all the nasty chemicals. I used to go a lot. I don't go so much anymore to a place that's called a Magical City outside of Mexico City. I used to do a few. Have you heard of ayahuasca?
Yeah.
I've done 10 ayahuasca experiences, and they only do natural food. It's the best ever, dude. And you feel and you think clearly when you eat good shit.
Oh, you do. These processed food, they're finding is, cancerous and just destroys our bodies. I mean, our bodies aren't, designed to eat this crap. For tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years, we've been eating natural foods up until recently is when this processed crap started. And then you see cancer rates going through the roof. So Jerry,
the numbers with everything, all the numbers with ADHD, with autism, everything's going up, and the more bullshit they're giving everybody.
There you go. So Jerry, give us your final pitch out to people. Tell them where they can onboard with you, where they can reach out to you, et cetera, et cetera.
If you're serious and you want to make a change in your life, hit me up on Instagram or on my website, and we'll get it done together. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and let's get it.
There you go. Follow him too on TikTok and Instagram. I just got done doing it. The artwork is astounding. I mean, so much of it looks real. And then of course you got the inspiration. I'll go figure out how to do the burpees.
Yeah, do it. I'll get on a video call with you. We'll get you going, bro. I got you.
Sounds good, Jerry. So pick up Jerry at jerryhammond.com. Thanks for tuning in to my audience. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, YouTube.com/Chris Voss, TikTok, Chris Voss one, and the new chat where you can chat with us on Facebook at chrisvossfacebook.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be good to each other. Stay safe. And we'll see you guys next time.